friends, welcome to Thursday's Tuffy edition of What's Possible. Tuffy because so far I've only scored a pair for Wordle, a win for Wordle, and a win for Quordle. Busted out in a majorly a bad way in connections. Not doing so well with Mini either, and the B, I've got quite a few words remaining. So we'll be adding those sessions from earlier this morning to this vlog. But for now, let's take a look at the B. And I've found 28 words. And let's take a look at the clues at this point. I've got 11 remaining, including the pangram. And then here are the stats. I love looking at the stats. Got all those ones that are grayed out remaining, especially towards the bottom. Those are the tough ones. Let's take a look at these clues. We've got the E's. We got one E. Could this be eggy? Yeah, I think it's going to be eggy. Yeah, I just didn't think of it as a word at some point. And the G's. Oh boy, I did get genie, so I now have to go for the plural. Ah, that's genuine. And then a jig. But what's the spelling? Um, which reminds me, I love this the new way where kids don't have to really learn how to spell as long as they know how uh, to say it, and that's more important, I guess. But we'll go with genuine and genie, and got to the second highest level. And let's take a look at the eyes. This must be in genie. Let's see. Okay, I'm drawing a blank there. So I'm not being very clever or resourceful here. Let's take a look at the T. So I think this has to be an ending with a E-T-T-E. Try this. Probably not getting the spelling right. Let's look at the U's. Not ringing a bell. This should be unite or something similar. Not drawing. Yeah, ringing a bell for the musical. And then these are the Y's. So this should be uniting. And with those, I still have 6 left, including the pangram. And not a great day for the B. But that's okay. You do, I mean, that's part of life. And let's take a look at the mini again. And I was having a hard time earlier this morning. And so at this point, I'm going to just do some guesses. And I'm going to use the check puzzle feature to see how many I've got right or wrong at this point. I'm not going to count this as a win because I'm using the check puzzle feature, but I want to move on, and so I want to know how much, uh, where is it that I'm missing out. And so all the stuff in blue, those are the ones I got right, those letters. And you can see the crossed out ones are the ones that I didn't get right. And so I'm going to pause it again and then let it simmer and see what happens later during the day. But I'm not going to count it as a win. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this vlog with just 2 in the bag for Wordle and Quordle. And I'm very happy with Wordle. That's an eagle is always a is it's always a great thrill. And I hope you enjoyed and watching and listening, and have a wonderful Thursday and a great weekend. Okay, take care. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Thursday morning, and I wanted to share with you something about connections. So usually, I always take a look at connections before going to bed, and then I get all um, impatient and try to solve it within a few minutes. And I always end up messing it up a bit. So what I did today, um, earlier today, I took a look, and the first thing that popped up were these 4, and then these being shows. Firefly is like a science fiction show. Friends, of course, everyone knows. And Fargo, I think, is a movie. Well, it is a movie, but I think they also made it into a show. And then Fleabag was also a show um, that I never saw, but it was all over social media at one point. And then I also saw uh, Fabricate, Fake, Forge, and Fudge, all kind of being the same meanings. And then, of course, Fiddlesticks, Frick, um, Fi, and I think Flipper, being like a kind of like a toned down version of swear words. And that basically left forward, fix, food, fashion. And I just couldn't figure out what connected those last four. And then I decided, well, you know what? I'm gonna just sleep over it. And so at this point, this morning, I'm looking at it, and it just there was a bell that lit up, a bulb that lit up, and I figured it out. It's basically fast forward, fast fix, fast food, and fast fashion. So I think there's a I think there's really something to what people say that sometimes you're better off just letting it simmer in the background, and then just look at it fresh in the morning, and you will just see everything connected. So let's try and see if all this reasoning that I've just told you guys is actually is the case. Okay, I'm going to hit submit. Oh gosh, look at that. All this talk for nothing. I messed it up. So now I have to figure out which one's um, the odd one out. So this turned out to be a phantom cat. I'm pretty sure it has to be movie shows or something. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take those off. I'm going to go with Fiddlesticks, Frick, Flipper, and Fi. Wow, I didn't get that either. Okay, so I'm going to go with forward, fix, food, fashion. And that's one away too. So I basically I hit. I think I've got all the categories right, but I'm just I just messed up getting each one wrong in each one of these. Huh. So I think fast food has to be the case. Fast forward. Um, I think we'll go with fast friends, and then fast fashion. Fingers crossed. There we go. So I did get the purple cat. And then, so let's go with the shows now. The shows would be Firefly, Fargo, Fleabag, and not sure which is the other show here. So maybe I ought to try, or maybe Fiddlesticks. I'll go with Fiddlesticks. Nope. It was Fargo, Firefly, Fleabag, and Flipper. I had no idea Flipper was a show. Um, of these four shows, I've only seen Firefly. Uh, I did get all the categories correct. Mile Oaths, had Fi, Frick, Fiddlesticks. I didn't really guess fudge on that. And then I had Falsified correct, but I didn't have the fix. I just didn't think it was going to be fix. Oh well. All that for nothing. But that happens. Yeah, that's life. C'est la vie. We will try something else later. So after all that exposition for nothing, I figured let's try something easier like Quordle, which is usually a lot more stress-free for me. So here we go. Got Minty set up. We got the game clock, and off to the races we go. Okay, I think I got the second. There we go, got the second. And I think I got the first. And the fourth should be cinch. And that leaves the third. Oh, I think it's going to be ARGUERU. And that was a good one. In about 2 minutes, I feel a lot better after the connections fiasco. And at this point, I think I should give Wordle a try too. That's a 118-day streak. I want to get to 119 today. And we'll start off with least. Then start the game clock. And there we go. Oh, wow. An eagle is possible here. So if we have a word that ends with a T, or it could be LT. It's not going to be blast because that's a yellow A in the middle. Another ending could be NT. I'm going to take my time because whenever you have the opportunity to get an eagle, it's better to just really go with something inspired. Okay, now I'm seeing something. I'm thinking SPLAT, splat. What do you think? I would love for this to be an eagle. Should I go with SPLAT? Okay, fingers crossed. Here we go. Hey! How about that? Wow. That's an eagle. And I'm at 119. Oh boy. Sure was that was a good one, right? That's always a big thrill to get an eagle. And that's the thing I like about Wordle, is that it makes you really strive for those eagles and birdies. And like I said, after that connections fiasco, this is so much better. That was I really feel good about this. And that leaves the mini and the B. And guess I could go for the mini too at this point. Let's give it a quick peek. That's the only one I know so far right away. Edith Piaf. I don't use Instagram, so I have no idea. Threads. THD. Ew. Okay, that's gonna be ASAP. just a guess. Okay, that's going to be PDFs. So that makes me feel like that's going to be correct. And that might be threads. But I'm not sure what the abbreviated version is. THS? I'll have to pause it here because again I'll have to look at it with a fresh set of and then that leaves the B. So we'll do the B later. I think that's all for this morning. But I'm very happy about Wordle. That's an eagle. That's pretty awesome.